I crush lanes consistently, but wondering how to best push advantage. This time I tried to keep lane back to force them out of lane. Spectre left at level 3. Should I have pushed tower instead? We will know, for sure.
Thanks.
1 AFK. So what's the laning here? That will happen. Is this this is rank, right? Rank, okay. Offlane, and then you have the what the fuck is this? Tech is support.
30 seconds to battle.
Yo, Muli, are you seeing this? Muli did this before. What the fuck is this, man? Wait. What's your medal again? Archon 1, right? So I'm gonna go for Archon 1, OD 3. They copy me. Yeah, it seems like it. Mm-hmm. Spec.
The battle begins!
Why you don't have any observer? Ah, okay. It's on Tinker. I mean, if the Tinker don't want to place an observer, you can go for something like suggest, like right here. We need a ward here or even here. Yeah, just suggest it. If your Tinker don't know what to do, suggest it. In any case, OD is really strong right now. It is in meta. Did you win the game? I didn't. Okay, you lose the game. I'm sure you guys blame the Tinker afterwards. Muli, they're really copying you.
First blood!
My hooves run red with first blood.
Good thing.
Axes impressed.
Good thing they did not deny the range creep after you used your Archon orb. You used the Archon orb just to harass the Spectre. But in reality, if you're gonna play in higher MMR games, they will deny the range creep. They will punish you for that greed with the Arcane Orb usage. You need to be more careful about it. Because if they deny the range creeps, that means they will get faster level 2 than you guys. Okay. Harassment. Deny. Last hit. Okay. Deny. Last hit. Okay. Looking good so far. One of the good things about OD right now is the base armor and then the base movement speed. That's why you can actually get away with Nature Hammer. The skill build though, I will contest if I will go for QE or I could play QW. Because if you're gonna play QW, that means you can still do some harassment, of course, with this. 120 magical damage, right? This one, even if you don't have mana, you can still use it because it only based on your current mana cost. I mean, current mana. So it's like the unrefined fire blast of the ogre with Aghanims. You will never run out of mana just to cast a spell. But the downside is, of course, you know, the mana pool to damage thing. But yeah, at this point, if the Tinker is like this, what you can tell them is, dude, get out of this lane. Let me get level 3. Go stack in here instead. Tell them. At least he is doing something active. Like even here, like this. Tell your teammates. Don't be afraid to. You run out of mana for. Yeah, you'll run out of mana for Astral though. That's why it's kind of contesting. You know, I would say 50-50. Because the idea, Gangstarino, is that if you have a stronger support, let's say that will really benefit from having level 2, let's say Tiny, Clockwork, that setup is really nice. The Astral, right? In level 2. But since it's going to be just Tinker, I understand why you went for QE build, not with the W. You'll run out of mana with the Astral, but you will always use the Archon Orb at some point. In which possibly they spend more consumables at that point. Because you keep using all of your mana. And then, yeah. The Flux will actually restore your mana there. Yeah. You actually hesitated there. But it's fine. I'm sure you will win this lane already. Like, even though without checking the scoreboard. But the game planning itself is the problem. Like, how will you take advantage of your goldids? Lancets, okay. 9-1. 16-10. Another thing though, if you realize that the guys are not contesting you, another thing that you can tell your support to stack this one or pull this one. Because they cannot easily contest it, right? They are weak. It's AA. This is Spectre, right? If you guys pull this wave or this camp, there's no way that they can contest it. Because if they contest it, they'll get harassed. Possibly they will die. Right? But to me though, you're playing so passive in this game. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're winning the lane. But that's not enough for me. If you're winning the lane, like the lane creeps, abuse this one as well. Pull their creeps or ours. The camp, the hard camp I'm talking to. Hey Max. No. I'm sorry, my cat is going into the desk. So here, yeah, you're just controlling the lane, but no pressure, right? No pressure, and then the only farm that you guys are getting is from the lane creeps. Whereas if you include the the pulls, you will get more golds and experience from that.
Smart money.
You're not abusing all of the resources in the lane. You are content in here, and then he's just soaking experience. If you push the lane, you can get away with this one. Because if you push the lane, that means the enemy will be forced to show their faces in here, in a tower, to defend it, right? Meanwhile, you're farming this. So you're farming the lane creeps, plus the jungle. But you're content with holding the creeps in here. You're playing too, I could say, passively. Spec can farm it, though some idea was I sacrificed my farm to limit Spectre. Okay. Yeah, a Spectre can farm it, but you can still use the Archon Orb without having the aggro, right? You can harass the Spectre while in the tower. And do you think that they have a kill potential over you? Let's say Spectre uses the dagger and then AA go for all of the spells. Do you think they can kill you? Because to me, I don't think they can kill you. You will just outrun them, even without boots. You have a very good armor. If they have stuns, let's say Sven, or any stuns with the AA, that's the time that you'll be afraid of your life. Yeah, you know it yourself, right? Of course not. So what I'm talking about in here is that you're so content with the creeps only. You are not preventing the enemy from farming, but you're limiting your farm as well. Yeah, I know that the Spectre is just jungling, but she is still farming, right? And you're farming as well. So my idea is that if you push this lane, like right here, someone will defend the tower. Someone will show up in here. If someone showed up in there, you could go for Archon Orb, Astral, or even Meteor Hammer, right? If they got threatened enough, possibly one of their teammates will TP to top, which is you are creating so many space for them, for your team. Let's say, here, the Viper has a liberty to actually rotate. Because it's only TA. And there's no catapult. There's nothing to defend in here. Right? But if you, on the other hand, pressure the tower like right now, use the Meteor Hammer, someone will be forced to respond to your pressure. And that means your other lanes will have more space and farm or time to play around the map. That's the main idea. But the problem is that you're content with this. I don't like this. If you can get away with this in the Archon bracket, I assure you it will not happen in the Ancient or Legend bracket. You need to prevent them from farming. You need to create space for your team, especially your offlane. You're not supposed to be happily farming in here. Because if you're doing this, might as well let the Wraith King do this. Right? Might as well let the Wraith King or the Templar Assassin do this, what you're doing right now. Happily farming, statically. Right? You're off lane, but you're content with this. You're not creating any space for your team, which is so bad. Good thing that your support is not tilted. Or even your cores, like, say, Odie, do something in the map. I lost a few games where I took tier 1 early, like you suggest, but then lose the game. So was trying to do something different. I think it really depends on your game planning thing, Gangsterino. Because to me here, if I'm the one playing this game, if I'm the one playing this game right now, what I'll do is that since I'm playing against a Spectre who loves farming, right? The Spectre loves farming. But if you keep on securing space and objectives like towers, Spectre will run out of space to farm. In which you are virtually winning the game in that approach. I don't know about your past, but we should focus in this game in particular. Because we can always say that, yeah, that's a bad decision on your past, but it's your past. Even this one is your past. Right? But this is the one that I'm looking. This is the one that I'm watching. So this is the only game that I'll comment to. It's dead. See how strong you are? If someone showed up, he's gonna die. Right? But if you keep pressuring this lane, push this one, if you push this tower, that means you can easily farm this camp as well. And then the enemy will just play in here. Although you can put an observer in here just to secure more space. And then you can even rotate to mid, hammer the tower, so that your teammates will be able to farm and play around here. Tool search of the map. So yeah, this is a very wrong approach. I cannot blame you though if, you know, if your past performances is bad. But you need to always ask yourself, like, how can you be useful? Do you think you are being useful right now? You just did. The Skywrath Mage went into the top lane, but you need to force more reactions to it. Not just the Skywrath. Like the Viper, the Centaur, anyone else. And then you want the Witchblade. I don't like the Witchblade at all. Like, you seem to be playing like poor. On paper, you're ahead of everyone else. But that's it. You're not using your experience and gold's advantage for the benefit of your team. By the way, I mainly play offlane, so that is why I don't like your approach. If you're gonna play offlane, like stick to the role, you need to always be creative. You need to always ask yourself, how can you be useful in the game? You are just taking advantage of the fact that you guys are much stronger in the lane. But what if the enemy is much stronger than you in the lane? And then you don't have this kind of start or matchup. I doubt that you can actually win or get something if you're gonna play passively. Witchblade, yeah, I will not really recommend it. If it's me, I'll go for something, a different item. Let's say BKB, Blink Dagger. So here, Viper TP'd. Why are you afraid? I don't know. It's only Viper. If things go south, you can just easily TP out.
Dire's
Right? It's only
middle
Viper.
tower is under
They can never
attack.
kill you.
Dire's middle tower is under
Okay.
attack.
Nice setup. Go some more. Hammer, yeah. TP out? Why? Why do you need to TP out? You're not gonna die in that process. I don't know. It's a very bad decision for me. Like, possibly you don't know, you did not calculate the damage enough. Right here, they are getting engaged in the bot lane, right? Center, ancient apparition, you know. If you stayed in here, look at here, yeah, you still have like 600 HP there. So it's a very bad miscalculation. Because at this point you can eat your tango, use even the branch, and then keep the pressure going. Because you can see that they are in the bottom lane, right? And then the guys won the engagement, and you here, you know, you're being useless again. So now you decided to go in there. If you just stayed in the top lane, the Spectre will not farm those creeps. And then while you're just walking, you're not checking the items of your teammates or your enemies, which is a bad habit. You need to keep on checking their items just to see their progress. I think you mastered the timing for the for that thing, for the Meteor Hammer. Like when the banish status is on the H, that's the time that you start the Meteor Hammer. And then you're gonna die. You just feed. And then Shaman is farming. You're talking about their observers. Now I guess he will try to push it. Went for Tranquil Boots. Interesting. I don't know why you want to go for Tranquil Boots in this game, but to me, I will not recommend Tranquil Boots as well for off lane. And then you're hesitating so much. You are hesitating so much. You went for the Witchblade, right? So why do you need to go for Tranquils? If you go for Witchblade, that means there is the additional attack speed and then projectile speed. So if you go for Power Treads, it's gonna be helpful. It will synergize with your spells. Spells like Arcane Orb and then your item. But if you go with the Tranquils, nah, it's not good. Power Trade is good.
Dire's bottom tower is
Push it.
taking many wounds. Dire structures can take all the
45, okay.
under attack.
It's like center, it's only center. Then you have the Windlays. Okay. Yeah, aside for power trades, the next good item that I could think of here is Force Staff. Because of Ice Blast, Sky Rat, Viper as well, even Center, or even Spectre. The only lackdown that they have is only Center Stomp. But Center needs good positioning. He will die. It's only support. It's not worth it. Bad decision.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Has fallen.
You need to think about the roles of the heroes. Like Skyrat's 4, OD 3. If you kill the Skyrat with a trade of your life, the Skyrat is so happy to take away to give his life. See it right there? You're dying multiple times because of your greediness. Think about the roles, Gangsterino. You're off lane. Sky is only position 4. I'll be happy to die if the trade is position 3 OD. Earlier you are the strongest hero on the map, but now you're just food. Movement speed. Okay, you AFK? Why? Are you flaming your teammates? Although you're not typing or anything, but AFK.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It seems like you're tilted now, to me, and you don't know what to do next. You're even stealing some farm on this TA. Like, you don't even know if she's close to her items. Let's say, yeah, she has Blink Deso. She doesn't have BKB yet. But yeah, we don't know exactly because you are not checking the items. I mean, you don't have any items queued up as well.
This will fix me
I don't
right
really
up.
know why you... I was saying to T that we need to go gank with her Blink. Okay? Why did she listen to you? It seems not,
Radiant's
right?
courier has been slain.
Why do you think the TA is not listening to you? Because to me it's obvious why the TA doesn't want to follow you. Because there's no information on the map, like, you know, mispositioned hero like the Spectre, to actually farm or to gank. Because if you're telling the TA to gank, where? Here? It's too dangerous. She doesn't have BKB. The idea is good, but the execution, like the information, is
Sheds a tear
nothing
for
more.
Radiant's courier.
Check Discord.
Metaphorically speaking.
What about
Axe
Discord?
does not actually cry.
4K behavior score, you're so bad.
I saw that ending from miles away.
Good thing that the TA is actually playing with you now, which is good. You can go for Roshan right now. Hide. Nah, he will just... Okay, good. Good. Roshan. Why are you going for just... Okay, what's next? Objective taking. This is not good. It's only tier 2.
Structures are fortified. Certain. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Here's the thing. This one works with the units, right? You can actually hide the catapult in there if you really want to push the tower. I mean, you could actually get away with getting the Roshan after that
Still
one.
be standing.
Yes, it's good that you have tier 2 mid, but what else? It is much better if you took the Roshan at this point.
Is taking
Because it's only tier 2. It is only tier 2, but Aegis on TA is really scary. And then you will die. Any reason why you died? You're not checking the items of the enemies. I mean, earlier, the CK, or the Centaur, is getting killed in the mid lane, right? You did not even select the hero, check the items. Like, if he has the Blink Dagger or whatnot. So... yeah, you always need to keep on checking. Now you check the item of TA, but... BKB TA, yep. Fuels. But TA with BKB, okay.
double kill.
What's next?
Died on the temple steps. Had you been
This is the time that you should fortify the tower if they're diving. Fortify it. I have a shortcut for it, like Alt F. But yeah, look at how the damage is. Fortify the tower if the guys are actually diving tier 2. I mean, ulti is not even needed in there. It's overkill. You're gonna get away with the Meteor Hammer. Because if you channel the Meteor Hammer, there's a possibility that the center will save the Viper, in which they're both gonna die if the center tried to help, right? With your cast on the Meteor Hammer. Don't, I mean, it's kind of hard as well, like the overkill thing, but I think you are tilted at that point. Yeah, you're not checking the items, and then Sky is there. Do you really think you can get away with this? Like, you're dying. Okay. And then TA died. What the fuck? Okay.
Get away from the beam.
Yules. Good thing I didn't cold feet before using you. But now you're still slowed. You're gonna die. Because you use the astral to the enemy instead of to yourself. If you use the astral on yourself, you will not be cold feeted. But of course, you're still gonna die because it's not a good fight anymore because the TA is dead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
BKB.
Bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, at this point, if you go for Meteor Hammer and then BKB, you could actually have it by now. But you went for the Witchblade, in which it's only attack speed,
Bottom tower
and then you're not even attacking that much. Right? It's a misjudgment on your hero, like which item you should go. I don't know if this is the default build of yours, like in the OD. Is this your default build? Like every game you go for this item build, Meteor Hammer and then Witchblade? Because if it does, you need to ask yourself, you need to change that habit of going autopilot. No? Okay. So this is not your default build, but what is the reason why you went for this build? I want to know why. Someone recommended me on Reddit. Okay. But why did you listen on Reddit?
under attack.
Normally, Etherlands interacts. Yeah, but why do you accept recommendations from Reddit?
Much
Like,
cordwood before axes.
it is more reliable if you're gonna ask your teammates at this point than in Reddit posts. If you're not sure about which item to buy, ask your teammates. Guys, which item should I go after Meteor Hammer? I'm sure they will give you good recommendations because they all want to win, right?
Middle tower is under attack.
This item build, I will not recommend it. Like, Witchblade, much better if you go for Force Staff. Because the only stand that they have is center. If they go on your teammates, either your Astral or Force Staff out. Because you're only off lane, right? You are not supposed to be hitting people. It is the job of your Wraith King and the Templar Assassin. It's gonna be hard for you guys if there are 3 heroes playing as core. Or, you know, carry, or mid. Because right now you're playing as mid. The item build. Witchblade into BKB. Because if you want to play offlane, you need to always think about your team. You don't need to be selfish. Of course, there are times that you can be selfish with your offlane. But the conditions must be there is someone that will create space for your teammates. And then you can greedily farm for your items as boss tree. So now they do the Roshan, which is good. This should have happened before. Boop. You're too far, you're farming. Easy Roshan. Hammer. 27-42. Now you're gonna lose the fight, I think. Or you lose the game. What time is it? Like 27? 30. Yeah, I think this is it. Although you managed to make a comeback here. But yeah, it seems like you guys will just gonna wait for the mistakes of the enemy. Like what happened when you guys killed the Spectre. So I feel that I've seen enough of the game. I've seen enough of your games. Of your game, basically. Because you're just gonna farm BKB and then... What else? Force Staff or anything else? Meteor Hammer? Good thing they didn't go on you. Look at the center. Astral is too deep. They have Aegis. Why do you want to fight them? You're gonna lose. Yeah, the main queue was around the laning stage and just Astral. Yeah, you guys are losing now. You don't have any game plan. Like, how can you win the game? Basically. Because since you don't have a game plan, you just statically farm the top lane. In which, if you're just gonna hold the creeps in here, why you not give it to your carry? The Wraith King, the TA, right? Because you're not doing anything with it. If you push sooner, take this sooner, control the area. Limit their farm. If you limit their farm, they will not have any items like this. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons why you're losing the game. I mean, I can also talk about the TA, but that will not help you improve at all because your replay is the OD. Save him. You cannot even save anyone. She has ages. Oh, not anymore. Okay. It's good. Good kill. Santa's Eclipse mana difference multiplier. Okay. Yeah, but you cannot get away with it. I think. Yeah, if you have 4 staff, it's so much better, right? Instead of Witchblade or even Chankles. If you have 4 staff, you may not even need the BKB because they have a very limited stun.
Dire's middle tower is not what it used to be.
Witchblade is good on OD. Don't get me wrong, but in this game it just doesn't fit at all because you're playing from the offline, and then you have this Tinker that will scale as well, right? Might as well play as utility in this game because the damage wise, you will never run out of damage. But when it comes to the save, Tinker cannot do it. You can do it as save mechanism. As sustain, you can do it, but Tinker cannot. I think you did not give up the fact that, yeah, you're offline, and then Tinker is only support. You did not give up the fact that you can just let the Tinker transition into core. You need to give way sometimes. You didn't adjust. Holy shit. Overwhelming blink at this point. It's too fat. BKB. I don't understand why you are going to use your ulti to just a center. Like, the center is not their win condition. He is only their initiator, offlaner, right? But the win condition of the enemy is Viper and Spectre. You did not go to the Spectre. Here, if you banish the Spectre right here, and then use the although Meteor Hammer is on cooldown, but yeah, or even save the guy, it's actually much better than you guys because they don't have any stun for you, right? They don't have any more stun for you. Center is dead, no more stun, and then you have the Tinker. If you go on the Spectre, she's gonna die like this. You don't have any defensive mechanism. That could have been done sooner. Good, good, good. BKB, nice. Move on here. Look how strong you are. You just need to know which target to go. And Santa's Eclipse, I will not recommend it in using to center as well. Might as well reserve it to the Spectre and Viper because that's their win condition. Center can never win the game. Tinker's so broken support. Yeah, I agree. If he has farm, of course, because it's a core, technically. Objective taking, yeah, nice. Good, perfect. Push, push, push. Push, Spectre's back. BKB? No. BKB? Fight. Okay. Okay. You don't have any more BKB, why are you chasing? It's too bad. I mean, when you use your BKB, no need to chase. Especially because your main objective at this point is only tower, right? It's too risky for you to dive in here. You guys are just gonna lose all of your advantage. You guys are so careless. You did not even think about what will happen if you guys dive. Which is a bad thing. You did not think about the consequences of your gameplay, like your decision making in here. You have the vision, you can just simply secure the range, the Raxus, and then fall back. No need to risk of dying 2 cores and then make give them a chance to come back
Radiant's top
into the
tower
game.
is under attack.
Look at the positioning now.
Only Radiant
You guys
hides
are
behind
in
their
the defensive position now.
fortifications. Dire's
If you
bottom
just
tower is
go
under
for the
attack.
Raxus here, you can easily control this area here. You can easily control it because you guys are still 5. You still have the BKB, you still have the cooldown.
Radiant's
You will
top
have the
tower
vision
is under
advantage.
attack.
You guys just got greedy,
Radiant's
thinking that you
top
guys
tower
are ahead
has
and can
fallen.
end the game. It's not gonna happen. You're not even sure if the enemy has buybacks and such. Hex?
Dire's bottom tower is taking many wounds.
It's another offensive item, but yeah, I'll take it. I'm really thinking about playing utility OD in this game, like going for Meteor Hammer into Force Staff, maybe Ezerlands or Octarine Core, or maybe Aghanims as well, just to keep saving the guys.
In the dirt.
Because in a long drawn fight, you guys have the advantage because of this Tinker. And Shaman as well. There's Courier. And then you don't have
Dire's
buyback,
middle
right?
tower is
Ah,
not
you
what
have.
it used to be. That is for certain. Max's heart goes out to Dire's courier.
They scouted the rush. And then you don't have Tinker. This is a throw for me. You don't have vision. Holy shit, you will lose the game with this. Are you gonna lose the game with it? A BKB. He has Aegis and Reincarnation and then he uses BKB. Yeah, this is really a throw. I don't understand it. See it right there? You manage to take the top racks but keep on failing. Failing to close out the game.
Max's middle finger
Yeah, they showed in bot lane, but do you have any idea if they uses TP in there or they're just walking in there? You don't have an idea if they TP'd to the bot lane. And then they have Spectre, which is global, with the Haunt thing. Save him! Save him! No, okay, you're dead. Bye back. GG. Hammer. Okay. Same thing, it's the center. The dieback. GG. Although it's a throw. Yeah, I think I've seen enough. I'll end the game. So, do you have any questions for me? Just want to make sure. Any questions? One thing that you need to always keep in mind. What is this? Arta? Hey, no, did you see the stream? Yeah, only the first game in which you played Keeper of the Light and then you're so useless. Because of the draft itself. You have no one to play with, like with the chakra thing. What the fuck is that game? First picking Keeper and then you're not having any synergy with it. It's like, suiciding. How do you tell if you have to go utility build or a BKB one? I mean, if it's me, I'll ask myself, what does my team needs? Do they need another hero that will right-click people down? Because that's what's on your mind, right? You pick this Meteor Hammer early on, boots, and then you go for Witchblade. It feels like you don't need to right-click people anymore. The TA can do the damage. The Wraith King can do the damage. Shaman will go for controls and push with the Serpent Wards. Tinker can do the damage as well. But what's the problem on your draft? Right? You don't have any utility. You don't have any save in which the hero can provide it. The OD can do it. But you did not do it. You go all in for damage type OD as well, in which the team already has enough damage. You don't have any defensive ones. You don't have any utilities. I had another game analyzed where I go Ezra as a BKB, so I could rush BKB. It really depends on the draft, Gangstarino. Don't get me wrong, okay? What I'm telling you here in this game is, in this game, it's better if you play utility, because again, your draft deals a lot of damage, right? Their draft deals DPS, and they only have one stun, right? How can they do damage? Let's think about the Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition can do damage if this target remains still, or stayed in the position, right? That's the only way that the Ancient Apparition will be useful, because of his skill set, right? The AA will never go for right-click build. Same thing with the Viper. It's going to be DPS thing, right? But he doesn't have stun. Centaur is the only one with stun, which if he initiated, Sky can go like follow up. So Force Staff will be actually the combo breaker here in this game. They cannot deal a lot of damage if the target is not locked down. If the target is moving, they cannot deal any damage. If the target is magic immune, they cannot do any damage, like with your BKB, right? So if your teammates is on Astral, they cannot deal any damage to it. So what is it? So in a nutshell, you need to make items which are needed. Yep. You always need to ask yourself, what is your team really needs? How can you win the game? Okay? You can go all in for aggressive item, like offensive items or gameplay, but you need to have the balance to it. And that's the usual job for the offlane. You need to always think about what does your team needs the most, and then buy it. I'm actually thinking about pipe as well in this game, because they mainly deal magical damage. But of course, BKB is always good. If you think about their draft, who's gonna deal physical damage? No one. Yo, Dane, Dr. Sharma, if you're still here, I think you sent the feedback in a different channel. It should be in the replay thing, not in the coaching feedback, because the coaching is for paid sessions. It should be here. Feedback. I mean, dude, I did your coaching before, like your analysis before, but I guess you forgot it. I'll delete it. I mean, Arta, are you still here, Arta? I only watched the first game, and then I keep on typing on Twitch, like if there's gonna some lul moments and such. We actually watched it with Dr. Seuss. If you remember the guy, Dr. Seuss, 7. He said that okay, that's good. Yeah, because he got surprised when I analyzed one of your replays. Thanks for started playing offline recently, and yeah, I think knowing which items to go for is super rare. Yeah, it is really important. We're talking about offlane in here. We're not talking about mid and carry. Offlane is really, the most creative role, I could say. That's why I liked it, because there's no such thing as perfect item choice. Like, if this is the hero, this is the perfect choice. No, it varies from game to game. So yeah, I keep laughing in your first game, in which Keeper of the Light first pick, and then Shob went for Centaur. I was like, Centaur? Does he play Centaur? I'm asking myself, like, does he really play Centaur? Because the enemy banned the Mars, and I was like, dude, Mars is banned. What is he gonna play? What hero is gonna play? I got concerned because, yeah, Mars, Sand King, those stuff. That's the hero that he's playing. So maybe they snipe him. I don't know. I don't have it, but yeah, I can see that he really loves playing the Mars. And then yeah, the draft itself is really a problem. I'm sorry for Tinker support. Yeah, you should blame Muli for the Tinker support. He he's one of the pioneer Tinker support player. I actually coached him with this Tinker. It they won the game because the enemy think that it's a core Tinker, and then all of a sudden it's a support. So they got baited in. Look at this shop. Mars. Uh, so yeah, overall, Arta, I don't know, but it seems like your team is relying so much on comfort pick rather than thinking about which one is viable. I need to take a nap because Noah made me eat fast food. They got hungry with my talks like meatballs on Invoker and such. Yeah, see you later, Muli. Thanks for watching. I mean, I actually like the body blocks in the first blood attempt in there. I like the first blood attempt, the body block with the with your keeper of the light. I was like, okay, cool. I really thought that you'll go for solar bind at that point just to secure the kill. I mean, it's a good attempt, yes, but in the end, you're not able to complete the block at that point. But solar bind is really good in the hero. This is underrated, actually. I mean, you went for the illuminate, right? Level 1, if I'm not mistaken, which is good. It's damage, but the drafting itself, I don't really like the draft overall. I don't really like the draft overall. Like I don't know your communication in the team, but the draft itself, you guys are out drafting your team, pretty much. The main reason why you lose the game is the draft itself. Execution wise, I mean, execution is good, although Shob kind of choked in the game, like misses the blink stuns and all that stuff. Especially you guys have a very limited stuns. It's very crucial that he always get to the right target. But yeah, he fucked up so many times. Same thing with DK. You guys have very limited stuns. I'm actually thinking of instead of having the DK, go for Ember Spirit just to play with the keeper. And another thing is that there is a Juggernaut on the enemy, and then you guys pick Phoenix. I was like, are you okay? You're gonna pick Phoenix into Jug? And then yeah, they lose the top lane so hard because of that draft thing. But then we have issues with hero pools. Yeah, it's really a problem. It's really a big problem. If you really want to play in competitive Dota, like those kind of things, you really need to pick up. You really need to widen your pool. He was really convinced to play Phoenix after his next was banned. I mean, is there any different hero that you can play aside from Phoenix? Because it's really bad for me, in my perspective. Even the casters are saying it. I'm the first one to comment it in the Twitch. I was like, dude, he picked Phoenix into Jug? Are you okay? Yeah, he can really pick Phoenix. I mean, I don't doubt the confidence of the hero, but the draft itself, like the strength and the weaknesses of the hero itself, right? And also the another crucial thing in there is that when he uses the egg outside of the pit, when it's so close, he should just use it without even using the Icarus dive. I don't know if you guys do the analysis on that replay, but so many fuck ups. Mainly the cause of the game, I think, in the execution wise, is Centaur's initiation. That's the first thing that I've noticed, and then the eggs of the Phoenix. and then PA's dying left and right. So it's like map awareness thing. DK though against Timbersaw, and then you TP'd in mid. Although you have nothing to do against Timbersaw, it's just a space creation. If that is the case, just let the guy die, like the DK, because the draft itself is playing for the enemy team. He needs to realize it sooner, else you will keep losing in that fashion. I know it looks shit, but compared to last week's stream, this one better still. Okay. If 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 you're gonna think about that game is much better, you're not challenging yourself. Instead of thinking that that game went better than it used to be, you should think about how can you make it better. Instead of comparing the past, like our performance yesterday is much better than last week's. Instead of doing that, keep in your mind that, or ask yourself, how can I improve? How can we improve further? Because I don't like, dwelling into the past, right? Because it will give you negative impact into your mentality. Just move on and then go to, just think ahead of the future. Yeah, it's progress. Yeah, going in the right direction, but we aren't there yet. As I said, there are many ways we can and need to improve ourselves. Yeah, I'm actually rooting for you guys. Like, go BL, go bacon lettuce and such. But yeah, my heart will go to bacon lettuce simply because I analyzed most of your replays. But my brain is rooting for the enemy team because they have a better draft. I'm sorry, I cannot help myself. Like, in my perspective, because you guys are making yourself useless, especially that keeper. I'm so sad with the, it's a flex pick, keeper of the light, first pick, and then all of a sudden you'll get the draft with no synergy with the hero. I was like, okay, get ready to lose. I was so happy that I could play it. I mean, the hero is not that hard to play, but the execution and the draft itself is really a problem for you guys. And then, oh, it's downloading finally. So, where's Gangster Reno? If you're still in here, don't forget to write me replay analysis feedback. Holy shit, it failed, and now it's gone. Oh, what the fuck is this? Where is it? It's gone? For good? I haven't done anything yet. I have nothing else to do, guys. Simply because I don't want to play rank right now. What happened earlier is that I ate spicy food with empty stomach. So my stomach is upset. I mean, I knew for sure that it will happen to me, but I couldn't resist the temptation of a very spicy food. I love it. I mean, as an Asian, if you're Asian, you got to love spicy food, right? Most of the spicy food is in Asia as well. So That's part of the culture. I actually analyzed one of the replay of Bronx Arta earlier.
Dire's bottom tower
How is Max doing? It's good now. Although I just need to keep on,
the lane anymore.
you know, providing his meds for, because that's the
tower is under
that's the recommendation of the vet. I need to follow it.
Level 6, so you need to be more careful about
Bronx went in here, and then I analyzed one of the replay in which he played Invoker.
Like, you can just put Medusa on a mid, because Troll doesn't really pressure. And she can farm the jungle when the creep wave pushes in. She can be
Sorry, B. Thanks for the follow, man.
assassin.
Or
Puck can rotate
hello.
to the bottom lane. Now Puck's making an aggressive
How did that
run.
go?
Kill with a
I saw the weaknesses of his gameplay, and possibly he will work on it for his improvement. And he is one of your enemies, right? So get ready for it.
much like
Get ready for it. It's not my fault if you guys got stumped by Bronx, okay? It's not my fault. I only pointed out his weaknesses.
Puck needs to be active. Beastmaster can also rotate.
Yeah, but maybe if you guys will go scream together, right?
middle tower is under attack.
Helm of the Dominant.
If you guys stream together and then you guys stumped by Bronx, it's not my fault, okay?
Like they're not gonna defend it.
You play Furion a lot. Yeah, I kind of play Furion. By the way, he's the only hero that I have in gold tier.
Tower is under attack. Dire structures can take all the
Gold tier. Yeah, I think one of the reasons is because I don't like spamming any hero. I like to play a lot of heroes. Just so I can easily understand all of their weaknesses and strengths.
Obviously, the bottom tower.
Although recently I've been playing like Beastmaster and such.
See if Vice can defend this.
Yo, Arta, do you have any replays for me?
Quill.
I mean, I have nothing else to do.
Troll going phase.
I'll take care of your replay if you have one.
Again, he can
If I
dispel
can
it.
download, of course.
Like you can dispel things from
Or even you, Sir Hebe.
That's it. You can't
I mean, how did you know that I play a lot of
Wind or silence, there's
Furion?
nothing to dispel.
I rather not want to get roasted again.
Slow.
Why not? Bronx love it.
I don't know.
I mean, that's part of the improvement, right?
Purifying flames with the fortune.
What is the Furion build? I have
Cap on that kill.
1300
RR, who's having
play matches. Is good.
fun game.
I mean, it really depends on your game. Like, does your team needs additional carry or safe laner? You can go for the right click build like Orchid, BKB,
Okay, job. I
you know.
don't wanna
But if your team needs like split pushing,
does not do anything.
so here as an example,
Will get canceled.
Morphling, Shaker, Batrider, we don't need additional damage dealer, right?
That tower, yes, they
So
do.
the enemies like this,
Gets the tower.
PA, Grim, Monkey,
Like Palace is
Mirana, Enchantress, right? They have a very low HP pool. Look, what is my build?
all three cores on the side of Execrate.
Dagon 5 and then Terrier Blade. And then it did the magic. It did the work. Because we need when I played the Dagon,
Orchid is
when I played the Dagon,
mind that also good against
the PA cannot show herself until she got BKB, which is like
really have is a setup into real
31 minutes into the game.
like Elder Titan could
31 minutes into the game, the PA is not existent. If she showed herself, Dagon is ready.
really committing for that Aghanim sector.
Right? And then Boots of Travels on this guy, on this Batrider. So I'll go for teleport
Huge investment.
and then
It's 4,000 gold.
spawn some Trents. Batrider will TP and then I'll go for Dagon on the guy. And then I have a Terrier Blade. It's the same thing with, you know, this guy. Enchantress, very small HP pool. Same thing with Mirana, Monkey King, because they don't have any tanky hero, right? The only way that it could sustain themselves is by BKB. That's why I went for this build. So it really depends on your game, like the draft itself. It really depends. Because if this is a different NP player, he will go for the usual, the classic Orchid into BKB, right? Or Silver Edge, Shadow Blade thing, split push thing. But no, me, I'll play fight oriented because we can do it. We have Batrider, Shaker. Although this guy, both of them requires like ulti, but since I went for this build, we are never running out of damage. Even without ulti, we can get a kill. Just stun or sprout the guy, it's dead. So yeah, that's my build with the NP. It varies from time to time, of course. Because I think the other nature's prophet that I have is... Wait, I have a game where I tried to do some IGL. What do you mean IGL? In solo game? Maybe that's interesting. We lost its voice. Poof, done. Huh? This one is a very different build, of course. Because we have the Puck and the Monkey King. We need AC against the Drow and SF for additional armor, and also reduce their armor, and then attack speed for everyone else. By the way, can we add more emotes to channel yet? Like, I don't know how to add it yet. I will study it how to do it. I don't know it yet. I'm sorry.
The Stonehawk.
Illusion.
This is really tough for Vice.
I think I know how. Yeah, tell me how. Yo. But does the channel have slot? I think only one, because I am only affiliate. I like the voice chat. In your face. Bad manners. Time to get roasted, huh? Sparta. I mean, why? Why are you afraid to get roasted? Like. I mean, when you played the CM last time, I'm just being honest. Like, if I'm in your position, or if I'm the carry there, the PA, I'm just giving you my reaction or possible. You can sugarcoat it. Yeah, I could try. I could try. The hell, Orchid? Ah, failure. I need to launch Dota 2 then, if that is the case. Relaunch Dota 2, relaunch. I think I can only add one. And that's it. I'm not even sure about it though. But yeah, I'll let you know. We're launching Dota 2. I'm having lag frames. And then it says that I've consumed too many resources of the GPU. But I think this is the fact that when I go alt tab, the engine is, it will not go to sleep for the Dota 2 because I have it. I configure it on Steam. Like I find a way to not drop FPS when you alt tab. I think I need to disable it if this. Nah, I don't need. Let's try if we could get this one. Looking for replay. It's only 4 days, or 31st, right? It's February 3rd, so 3 or 4 days. It's the same thing with Bronx earlier, like, it keeps having an error. And one of the reasons why I think it's having error is because he is on the job right now, so it's not letting me download it. The Valve doesn't allow people, to get their replays reviewed when they're in their work. So we're gonna have that thing again where you can download. Yeah, possibly. Just too unlucky, I could say. Because in some point it will work right away. But of course there are other times that it will not work. I mean, this has been a problem with us coaches. You guys tried the Overwatch cases, and then it will fail. This is the same thing, and then I cannot download it again. I really don't like it. Only worked for you once, but how many times you tried? Do you have the numbers on how many times you tried just to make it work? 7. So here, this is the second attempt right now. Second attempt to download your replay by relaunching Dota 2. Okay. Second attempt. With Bronk though, it's like 3 times, 3 attempts before I was able to download. 3 or 4 times, somewhere between. But yeah. I need to always do this shenanigans like watching a live game, disconnect, yada yada yada. Why I have packet loss 21? The same is muted on me. Let's go Fate the end. It's rare to have him in the Southeast Asia. This guy is really good. He's one of my idols. Main reason why I have underscore with my name, like know who underscore 19, is because of Fate VM. He has the underscore as well, so I got inspired with him. He's one of my idol. For offline, of course. He's still the best offlaner for me. After all these years. Interesting. I can go. Failure. I mean, I'm really used to failure, but this one irritates me because I have nothing else to do with it. It's fine to fail if it's really your fault. But with this failing thing, and it's not even my fault, it's not good. I mean, packet lost 15%, but
Balance the scale.
Much like cordwood before
how much data you need to actually download that file? The DEM file. He's gonna die. We're just gonna break out.
I sleep with the fishes.
Ah, it worked. It worked now, Arta. I was able to download it. Losing streak. 3 loses. What is this? 31% on the hero, like 13 matches. Like you're losing a lot with the keeper. Let's see.
prepare for battle.
First pick, of course. So, possibly you're gonna lane against Rubik and Underlord, right? It's good that despite the losing, or despite the losses, you still want to play the hero. I mean, if it's me, if I keep losing on such hero, I would think about, nah, this hero is not for me. Well, we have different perspective. So yeah, talking into the game. So this is confirmed that it's gonna be this is gonna be
30 seconds
Underlord.
to battle.
And then Rubik. Okay. Yeah, it's one of the meta hero. Okay. So game planning wise, Bristleback and then Spirit Breaker bottom, and then you are in here. Question though, why do you need to go on top lane instead of bottom lane? Because for me, if you want to abuse the matchups, like convincingly win the lanes, I think even the Lifestealer solo can win it. Because he's just playing against Underlord. They cannot pressure the Lifestealer. Rubik can only right-click the guy, but I don't think the Rubik actually did a lot of right-click. So, for me, I would recommend to have the Spirit Breaker go on top lane with the Spirit Breaker and then Lifestealer top. And then you will play with the Bristleback and then Keeper of the Light. And then instead of going for Illuminate, well, it's fine if you go for Illuminate. You will play Chakra Magic with the lane of the Bristleback. I don't think that the Witch Doctor and Juggernaut can out-sustain you guys. Like, yeah, they have Healing Ward and such, but you keep on using the mana. I don't think they can really out-sustain. And then you have the Illuminate as well. So yeah, I don't like the decision that you will go here in the top lane, because you are limiting your the impact of your hero. Pretty much, because what you'll do in here is just babysit the Lifestealer. I doubt if you guys can get a kill in here. Whereas if you play with the Bristleback, you can pressure the enemy safe laner, the enemy Juggernaut. And what's in it for you if you pressure the Juggernaut? Clearly, the Juggernaut is one of their win condition, right? Their win condition is Juggernaut and then the OD. Underlord will just defend towers, right? Deep push, tank spells. He will not do the insane amount of damage, yeah? But if you pressure the Juggernaut instead, you will prevent his farm or even get a kill with him. And then that means you will delay his item timing, and then, of course, he will deal less damage. Instead of fighting with the team, he will go for recovery farming. Oh man, low contact games, easy to win, people tilt. Yeah, if you're so good with tilting with the team, with your enemy, it's really good. But for now, Neil, don't talk about your game. We will talk about the Keeper of the Lights game. Shut up for now, shut up. Okay, so Blind Illuminate. It did well. It did well, okay. It's a you're relying on luck so much. Like, you don't have any idea that the Rubik is here. You are just asking him to, dude, come in here, I'm charging. And he did. Because he got no vision over you. But you only went for Rubik, right? Who's the important hero in this lane? It's clearly the Underlord. If you pressure the Underlord early on, if you pressure the Underlord in here, I mean, the first thing that I've noticed is that you did not check the items again of the enemies. Like here. He only has 2 tangos. Very far. Ring. This guy only has 2 tangos as well. If you pressured the Underlord instead of the Rubik, yeah, but then I still have the issue that I might get hit by the creeps and get played. Yeah, but at least you are getting aware of it. It's fine. Just keep practicing. So yeah, my point is you are using your spells to the wrong person again, like Rubik. Because if the Rubik died, yeah, it's only support. He will come back in lane with full HP and mana, possibly, or even fetch the Tango and Salves to the Underlord. But if Underlord died, or let's say you harass the Underlord, he will be forced to buy a lot of consumables. So if he buys a lot of consumables, instead of buying team fight items, let's say Crimson Guard, Pipe of Insight, or even Mech, it will be delayed. Because he spent so much on the resources, on the sustains, right? So, priority target still bad again. Then right click, 20 damage, perfect. 22. Looking good. And then Rubik again. Oh, why you love harassing the Rubik? I mean, I don't understand it. Like, Arta, level up your game.
Impressed.
And then, I mean, if you want to get away with this bracket, hold on. It's Archon 3. I forgot to enter text in here. Archon, Archon 3, Keeper of the Light 5, right? If you want to get away with the Archon bracket, you need to play like Legend, or even higher. Okay, you should not be in the same skill level with them if you want to get out of it. You can put Crusader 5. Why? Are you boosted or? So here, nice, illuminate. See it right there. You don't really have a plan with your illuminate usage. You're only relying on luck. Okay. So now you have chakra magic, but you cannot use it to the to your life stealer, only with yourself. And Rubik again. How many times do you need to do this to me, Arta? Well, it's a replay. Of course, you will not be able to hear me. And then, yeah. No who said that I'll use it on the Underlord. Nah. It's fine. Wait for it. Yeah. I mean, CS-wise, of course, Lifestealer will have the advantage of it. Because Lifestealer is always good against strength offlaners, but of course it's gonna be different if we're talking about Slardar and such. But yeah, with Underlord, Lifestealer has an edge on it. One of the things that I could recommend you here, for this laning matchup, like Underlord Rubik, since they love to actually farm this camp, you can block it, like play the sentry, because that's the only way that they could get something from this line. You didn't miss anything. We just started, Dr. Sharma. They couldn't get anything in here. See it right here? They cannot pressure the life stealer at all. And then the Rubik is trying so hard to get something, like fix the lane or whatnot. Alright? If you block this, they have no choice but to fight the life stealer head on. But I doubt if they could actually win. I mean, even with solo life stealer, the life stealer has edge on it. But if this one is not blocked, they can just stack or pull it. If they stack it, the life stealer cannot contest it easily because he only deal right clicks, right? And then this guy can Firestorm, and then this guy can Fade Bolt to contest it. And then only way for you to contest it is by Illuminate. So the build of this Underlord is, you know, since you are not using your magical damage to the Underlord, he went for 2 skill points to the well, the Astrophy Aura damage reduction, because only Life Stealer is harassing him, not you, unfortunately. And what else I could talk about here? It's good that you are preventing the Rubik from pulling, but you're putting yourself in danger, like here. Good thing the Underlord don't have any more mana. And then you have the Observers and Sentry, and then with the item choice though, Magic Stick, I don't like it. Because again, Underlord will have has a very low mana pool. He can only cast like how many spells? Like thrice, 3 times. Look, 100 mana cost, and then he has like 300. Only 3 or 4 casts. But with the Rubik, 400, so 4 casts. I think I thought Valve was trying to give